Also, yeah, I remember this part being, this is blocked off. Alright, we have 4 party members now. Maybe we're strong enough to fight that group of guards, you know? Let's see. Maybe? Hopefully? Halt! This room has been ordered to neutralize all intruders! Turn yourself now! Oh, I don't have a choice. I can't do that. Bro. Oh, interesting. So that you use that on yourself? What the heck? I don't know what that means. Creeping Despair. Oh, that's all enemies. Interesting. That. Busting mechanism. You do that. This is on you. Dust Bowl. Why not? I don't know. I might still get murdered. Let's see what happens. Hopefully this does something. Okay, okay. Everyone got a bunch of status effects. Okay. You're confused. That's good. Doesn't stop them from attacking us with their batons, though. Oh, everyone got a bunch of damage. That's good. It's AoE damage, I guess. Alright. Also, everyone's flashing a little bit. I don't think that's intentional, but anyway. Alright. Alright, that's good. Keeping Despair. What does Moth Claw do? That's what I'm curious about. I'm gonna use it, because I don't know what it does. Combusting Mechanism. Try that. Let's use that on you. And Stellar Flash. Whatever that means. I don't know, just use it on you as well. Don't know what it does exactly still. It's not he's not confused anymore though, that sucks. It might be bad actually. Oh, they're attacking each other. That's good. Oh. Clara, your arms! They're sharp like knives, that's what you came here for. A little terrifying, yes? Okay, so that was a debuff, by the way. What Vetulicolia did, by the way. Okay, so when she did the Moth Claw, I'm assuming her attack went up now, so she can, like, attack, like, normally, with her, like, claw hands, maybe. The idea? I don't know, use it on you. Actually, Vetulicolia, I think she should just... I don't have any healing items. I should probably just guard, I don't know. And you just... I don't know, you attack as well. Are you just... you attack the Obrana. In fact, well, go back. Did I attack the... Yeah, attack you. You guard. You attack the sergeants. Get the sergeants, you know, as fast as possible and get rid of them. Oh, they're dead. Okay, never mind. They're pretty low health. Five damage. That's alright. 5 damage is not that great, to be honest. That buff is, I don't know how that's strong. Unless I use it again, maybe? Not sure. I'm gonna use Creeping Despair again, though, because that seemed very useful, however. Let's do that. And then let's use... Well, actually, Dust Bowl seems useful, so let's increase everybody's side points, maybe. And then just attack. Yes. Ow. Ow. No, keep attacking each other. It'd be great if you just kept attacking each other. Oh, there you go. Oh, they're all dead. Never mind. Okay, good. Okay. It turns out that AoE attack, Creeping Despair or whatever, I think that's the move that you needed to beat this encounter. We level up. You know, we don't get experience. I feel like we just level up no matter what, you know, every time we win a battle. Exoskeleton, frail wings, sincere will. You know, Claire's getting a bunch of stuff. Vetulicolia learned a painful foresight. Let's go back actually and heal up. It seems like the only way to heal up is using money, you know? Turns out there's no, there's no universal healthcare. You have to use money. Maybe one more. Maybe like, well, let's play 2 more. So. Now, but this stuff though, I'm not sure. Cause, if you're getting hit by stats effects, you're already dying anyway. So I don't know how helpful it is. I don't know. Use it on you and you. Then use the small doses on you and you. Small doses don't seem to be worth it, actually. I don't know. Okay, well, since we have the money, let's buy... Oh, I don't want to save the money. I'll buy 2. Let's see. Alrighty. I'm kind of getting engrossed in the actual RPG battle at this point, It feels very... I don't know, not exactly, but it feels Shin Megami Tensei-ish. Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne in particular, but not exactly, of course, but... It's only that way only because the system is very cryptic. You don't know what your skills even do. It's very cryptic in terms of what it even does. So there's a lot of experimentation, and it's kind of like the RPG battles are like it's do or die. It's like they're very hard. You pass them or you don't. Exoskeleton, perfect bone. I think that was mentioned at the very beginning of the game. Frail wings. Release of freedom arches out of your back. Sincere will. Pools of blood around you are not yet lost. Alright. Good. Whatever those mean. Painful foresight. You know their fates. They know you know, and it drains you both. Interesting. Know what that means. It's like, maybe like, does damage to both. Vetulicolia and the enemy. Dr. Anna Kozumaro's Guide to Advanced Psychology. Here's where the real bind between you and the world of Psy begins. For our psychology team, you'll be taught all you need to know about yourself and your relationship to Psy. Our psychologists will also help you iron out anything you struggled with prior to entering our cadre. So sit down, have a tea, and chat with us whenever you're in a pinch. Remember, that you're now guiding the mass of your destiny. Our future will not be built by those who are left hurt and powerless. Okay, whatever you say. VTuber scientist. Is there like a VTuber like that? A scientist VTuber who has like a real like PhD in some kind of like scientific discipline? It's probably someone like that already. It's a VTuber for everything. Who's this guy? Are they dying? I was so wrong. I was so wrong. You have no idea. The man stops for a moment. He's all leather and bone. You feel perversely pitiful, even though you clearly should not. His name tag says Dr. Boneville. Dr. Boneville or Bonville? She took over the telecom center last night. Got in the fight with Kozumaru, kept broadcasting. Confusion everywhere. Kept yelling. You know what she told me when she finally got out? This is the graveyard of the living. This is horrible. This is the worst to live and already be dead. Sometimes you almost see it with clarity, and then it gets hazy, full of mirrors and colors, and you remember once again. It could end at any moment. She told me she's on her way to restore clarity, purity, and her Blythe. Too late for me. Title drop, by the way. And then her gaggle of cocksuckers. What? That her gaggle of cocksuckers beat the shit out of me. And it's been, how long has it been? An hour? It doesn't matter now. I spent the past hour pretending to be a corpse. I already feel the world slipping between my fingers. Can you help me? I want you to see what I saw. Take these. I got keychain out of his waxy hands. I got office keys. Also, universal block key card. Dr. Bonville rolls over to his side for a moment, heaving and turning red. He brings something from his pocket onto his stomach. And now forgive me. I had no other way. And I guess I'll never find one. But it's over. It's finally done. Please forgive me again. I don't intend to scare you or bring you down to my chasm. But I see her now. Nothing else ahead. I'm sorry that you have to grow up in this world. I'm so sorry we did this. I'm sorry. I didn't... Please, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do this. His eyes empty out, beads of sweat pour down to his shirt. Bonville takes his stomach out with a steady hand, without a sound. Yes. As it like, he literally like grabbed into his intestines and yeah, took it out. As in like his intestines, not his stomach. He counts the foes and creases and slumps down to rest. I don't. It doesn't matter now. Everyone, look away. Can I keep looking though? No? It's kind of like a piece of art. Anyway. Play the game. What a weirdo. Let's see. Bunch of graffiti. Go down here. Slider released to a garage-like door. I don't know if I want to go there yet. It looks like those guards rifled through and took everything of note. Last directive received from Loyal Brana to take and protect all available documentation. How's the rubble in this direction? See the loudspeaker there. I don't know. I don't know which way to go. Again, more graffiti. It's locked, but you can catch a glimpse of light coming from below, along with a nauseating stench. Man, I don't know. I don't know if it's because of the... I don't know if it's because of the way it's written, but this setting, you know, feels strange to me. I don't really truly understand what's going on, you know, other than people having psychic powers and like, and we're in like a kind of a situation where like there's war and everything, or like we live in a country where it's like it's kind of like 1984. I don't know. Anyway, it's Glyjivic. Hobak in the original release, protagonist of widely beloved Astro Bohemian claymation series episode in which he encounters Cat is widely considered best. Aren't you disconnected from the data centers? You could swear tomorrow turned a little redder. Yeah, I don't know. They feel like androids, you know? Again, they're like androids, but they're actually just real people as well. I don't know. It's so strange. Barricaded in. This panel has been defaced, can no longer be read. An ever worsening stench stems from this direction. You only want to turn away. Okay. Yeah. That ninja. You know, whatever. I'm assuming it's just a bunch of corpses in that direction. I guess a bunch of scientists have been killed. You know, very Half-Life again, you know. The guards themselves remind me of the Combine. I guess a bunch of scientists are also being murdered. So, again, very Half-Life. That happened in Half-Life 1, right? I'm saving. So I can go down, or go this way. Which way should I go? This way. I'm not surprised you made it this far already. Your resolve is tremendous. I wouldn't have paid such attention to you otherwise. The rest were hardly as enticing in thought, and their lack of strong, Gnostic character led them to perish. I tried saving many, restoring their spark, but my care was not enough. It's best you know that in advance. Okay. Alright, so that seems to head out to where we need to go. That's the implication. Which means, well, I don't know, where does this go then? Airlock. The sticker in the front warns of radiation. It's a matter of cosmic rays, perhaps. Block 1 reactor? The mechanism is an intricate tangle of metal and wires sealed behind impermeable glass. You can't reach into it, and you do not intuitively comprehend such structures anyway. You'll need some assistance to reconnect it. Okay. It's a solar system, I guess? Support module enabled. Select correct sequence to proceed. NJSUVEMM. It's another thing where I don't know what to like put in. I don't know, I can write that down, but I have no idea what this is. Maybe I'll come back? There was also that, well, I mean, there was the telephone as well. I don't know if there's any reason. There's like I don't know, there's a phone number I could find. I'll save again. I save every 5 seconds. It's a natural habit of mine. It's locked. Oh, cell. It's remarkably small. There's nothing in that uniform. A shrine. A cardboard altar. Plywood blocks of icons of saints, crudely drawn with golden and bronze glitter pens litter the space. The tracings are grotesque. I avert eye contact with them. You keep shaking your hand around when you're thinking out loud. Kinda cute. Well, alright. And so she did not take a word of you seriously. You're an animal to her. Okay, what? Not sure. Anyway, shaking your hand. Whenever she's monologuing, I guess. You know, it kind of reminds me of Monster, by the way. The manga, and also the anime, I guess, but I read the manga of Monster. You know? That's the title, it's just Monster. I know there was a detective, you know, that, or a detective character, anyway, that would always, like, for some reason, they would, like, type in the air, you know, when they were taking notes, as if they were, like, typing into, like, a computer, but, like, no, you don't actually do that, they're just typing in the air. You know, it's as if they're typing notes into their brain directly. Anyway, cell AA1, another cell. Just blood. Good. It takes a moment for your eyes to adjust for the glow. This must be the geopsychology division. Did I step in blood? Oh, fuck, shit. It's all dried out. It's mostly water anyway. You need that a little. Alright, it hasn't really dried up completely. If zero forethought, you smear some on your finger and bring it to your face. Moving on. This is supremely strange. It reminds me a little of a Creek spiel, you know? What's... Oh! Vita. I didn't get a chance to read that. So the Relentless might be more than surface level, even use the same system of counters. Still doesn't really give, didn't clue us in on what... still doesn't really clue us in on what it was for. Tamara Teresa, anything? The two shake their head and sing. If it's anything, maybe the geopsychology division was modeling some relation between psychics and changes in topography? Just judging by these maps ranging from, utmost accuracy to fantasy. Okay. They're mapping out something, and I guess planning to do something, but... But interesting that these are like internments, so these are cells? I don't know. Is it prison, or... I'm assuming it's prisons. Why do they have like maps in there? Maybe they were using it, They were using it, how do you say, by chance, I guess, or something, that like you're using it for a different purpose. Let's not go in there. You are standing in a field of trees. Birches, willows, and oaks stretch far out toward a dismal creek. The ground is covered in ferns, fallen branches, and tall grass. But you don your father's tall rubber boots, and you do not fear snakes. Legs wade through the undergrowth that begs for you to trip and fall, relentless and strong. This is how everyone before you has always done it. Below a wistful willow, a lily watches, sprung out of the same undergrowth. Step, step, step along to it. You almost trip, but now it's within reach. You bow down to pick the lily, and then you see it. It has no eyes, yet it stares back. It has no flesh, yet it is alive. Its body is small, but its heart even smaller. It swells of energy that you don't have. It wanted to burst in soft tissue, shreds of bone, blood, and soul, each our own. For it too is a piece of man, left behind in kneecap joy. I realized for the first time, I could die here. Huh? Eh? Huh? Hi, what's up? Obrana Captain. You might be in the same place I was when she took me in. I don't care. This ends now. I did not beatedly tug on her coattails for years, just have my escape sabotaged by you vile beasts. Okay. Okay, Captain. Whatever you say, Cam. Let's use... Let's see. Exoskeleton is yourself. Frail Wings is ourselves as well. And Sincere Will is everybody. Sure, let's use that. I don't know what it does, but let's use that. Painful Foresight. Combusting Mechanism. Let's, I guess, buff, maybe. Rapid Stream. Channeling Stellar Flash. Hopefully you get confused? No effect. Ah, okay. Okay, so that's healing. I did not know that was healing. I did not know that was healing. That doesn't really help me, to be honest. I wasted my side points for nothing. Whoa, that's a lot of damage. Okay, great. Amazing. I guess exoskeleton. I assume that increases defense, maybe. That's what I'm guessing. Let's use that, I guess. Let's heal up, if possible. Use Dust Bowl, assuming that, I don't know, it does anything. The status effects don't usually work on bosses, but I'll try anyway. I don't think it did anything. Oh well. You're equipped with overgrowth in the ways you could have only dreamt of. Whatever that means. What? None of you understand. No one understands. Leave this place, and I'll leave you alone. It's so hard. I want to stop. I don't want to be this anymore. Well, okay, this sucks. So Clara's dead, which is, to be honest, horrible because if Clara's dead, we're screwed because she's the damage dealer of this party. No one else does actually good damage. I don't know, keep trying to do that, I guess. I don't know if I have any items. I don't have any items, really. Oh. Okay, good. You won. I was gonna say I don't have any items that revive people. His blood is boiling over violently, but even with the tremors, he appears resigned. The captain takes the helmet off. Please stop. The captain raises the claw of his robe to wipe the blood streaming from his mouth, while his cap drops to the floor. Zoran! Zija? I did. I broke out. But I had to come back because... I understand. I'm sorry I couldn't make it in time. You three, who are you? They're my friends. You know, we met in the bathroom. New interns, identify as Clara and Vitoslava. We're not interns. We're from the outside. We're just looking for a way to get to... Well, I'm not sure who anymore. I say she's an emissary of the moon if that was still a belief I could grasp onto. Alas, she insisted on this idea, that our people are the embodiment of the moon, and that she's bringing out our potential for our destiny. I always saw through it, having witnessed firsthand just how celestial they can be, but I played along nonetheless. Years and years of grueling training and conditioning until I was given some place in the chain of command. I and Zija were going to be a mobile weapon together, binding electronics operated with my telekinesis, with the cosmic rays coming through him. After all of that, the gritted teeth I made it out. I was one person, became a second person when she took me in, and now all I have left is to become a third. It's all beyond our control now. Exits are sealed off. I'll go with you, and face to face with her. I don't know. Are you gonna hurt her? I know what's gonna happen. I know, she seems to... I don't think I can. What kind of question is that? I must and will kill her. You're an idiot if you cannot look around at the den of misery she's enabled and put two and two together. I miss Kozumaru. She wanted to make something of us. A tourniquet at heart, like my mother. No, but I followed her along for so long and she's a monster. She was the wrong kind of monster. I'm the wrong kind of monster too. We don't have time for this, Clara. You know, we don't have time for your philosophical, musings. Zoran, you're coming with us, and we're taking the fight to heart. Okay. No health, though. How do I heal? That doesn't work. Guess I'll save the game. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. How do I heal when my party member is dead? You know, they're just dead forever? They permud? I don't know how that works. Oh well. What's over here, by the way? Nothing? Oh, it's just locked. But yeah, so that was Zoran. I guess that was what that was Zija's big brother. And apparently, again, they're all like psychic kids, I guess. Grew up in this, I'm assuming, military compound or military research compound, all about, building up their psychic prowess and whatnot. Okay, oh, there he is. He's actually in the party. I thought he was like, in most RPG, games, 4 party members is the max. He actually has a space here. Nice stab and vindictive flurry. I was gonna say vindictive furry? I don't know. I'm not sure if that's the right term. Thrust 1, thrust all. Ah, here you go. The hind wiring is snapped off in the middle. It's an easy fix. Left, right, left. This yellow and green one. It's as good as new, Clara. Ew. What he was gonna say? Commander? Commander, maybe? I don't know. We do have new keys, though. We have office keys and key cards, so maybe you can go somewhere else now? Yeah, okay. So go back to block 0. I'll go back to block 171. Alright, let's go to block 171. Are you sure you're not going to return? Sure. I don't know, I'm still missing stuff, but feels like I'm still missing stuff. The game she's been playing with us, is it all really a sham? Being interned here beat the streets by a long shot, I was thorough about it at first. Didn't even have to be promised much. Of course, you get a little less excited after the 5th beating, the 3rd sleepless night, or maybe your 100th tirade about my divine nature. If this is it, then I'm done for. I can't be for someone who does that to people. You killed a half a dozen guards to get here. Yeah. Kill her if you must, but I'm going down with this ship. I have all the blame to take. I'll never live down the shame. Clara, don't say things like that. What will your mother think? You. She's dead too now. Or she's dead too. Or, I don't know, I'm saying that weird. She's dead too now. It doesn't matter. But it seems you know it somehow it does. And it does matter. She failed. She failed at everything, and I don't want to fail too. Look at me. I'm shaping out just like her. I'm becoming a failed poet. I'm 15. Maybe I'll at least have the dignity to die before wasting 12 years working in a textile mill. That'll be a success for my family. Sorry. No, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. Please, I'm sorry. I don't want to. I feel like the half that has had to shoulder generation after generation of error, and you're the half coasting on. Whatever, I don't want it to get in between us, Vida. We've got bigger things to focus on right now anyway. I know everything's so difficult, but now that the trickery is clear, we'll start again on the other side. Alright. You wish your mother had been as infallible as your personal angel, no? You're turning to a regretful red now. Don't you cry, yet. In your heart lingers hope, for you to be liberated of these liars. You may still regale the permanent reign of light. Now your dreams contradict. He wants to control an image of you that does not exist. He wants to exterminate your dream form. Okay, all that, the game in general was already weird, but like all of that was weird. I don't know, all the dialogue feels weird. I don't know if it's like a translation thing. This game is like originally in a different language, but it all just felt really weird. Play the game. Go in here. Block. Go in here. Slot. Can I go in here? It's locked. Can I go in here? Oh, I can. First office wing. Talk to you. The leader is awaiting you, Blythe. Interesting. So you can go on the left, but you can also go straight up, it seems like. I don't know. Sure. Let's, I don't know. We'll come back if it seems like we need to do more, but can I just go in? Open the door. Pay her a visit. Okay. We're in here now. Seems like the floor you could use some repair. There's coffee, tea, and a platter of sweets set out, but nobody's at the table. From the doorway, the wall looked like one big, drab advent calendar. Up close, the papers plastered over it are a lot more lonesome. Each is veiled by a black frame. In a smaller frame is a picture of, usually, a girl around your age. Next to it is a name. Below is a date of birth, death, and varying range of relatives. Everything surrounding them is irrelevant. I relish eye contact with each and every one. You run your finger through the sugar in the tray, picking up a piece of welcome and looking at it as if you expect something to happen. In the blink of an eye, a light consumes this blurry room. Blah. She stands before you like a mirage, refusing to vanish. Hello. Dr. Glass. Okay. I will now give you words to remember me by. For once the deed is done, I will be a memory in our morning star's creation. Clara, my Blythe, step forward. You've grown so much since you arrived here, but your form puzzles me. Okay. Why have you drawn yourself as a wretched vermin? A vermin? No, this is entirely disappointing. Your growth has not been in line with the anthropic progress I foresaw. I don't understand. Your celestial form is a moth. Nevertheless, there's a chance that I misjudged it. You will not disappoint me after all we've been through. I believe it's time for you to learn of the mission I entrusted. I devote all my life's force to. Speak, and I shall heed. Okay, we suddenly got transformed into a weird, creature, I guess, because that's how we envision ourselves. Is that how it works? Just like, what's his face? Ziju, Kind of like him. Like somehow the psychic powers kind of like flow into our physical form is the idea. What is Sarah's mission? Mere years ago, Axe Republican Continental formed a sort of rogue wing of the security service tasked with investigating alleged psychics in England. The English? Or is it talking about the English? I don't know. The English? I don't know. Anyway, despite their limited resources, were immeasurably ahead of us, nursing an army of immensely powerful psychic capabilities. ARC had to desperately catch up. A million committees and committees were drafted from thin air, eventually consolidated with the security services of member nations into Seraph. Section de la Raison Ferme. On paper, that was all it was meant to be, to unshroud parapsychology and use it to build up a force to match the English. In practice, the many heads of different areas of research branched out into competing schools of thought. There were the arbiters of reason and decency, who of course upheld it as a military project. The irony is too thick to even cut. As those tabourists were busy raising their child soldiers, many, myself included, found profound meaning within the revelations unveiled of human nature and nature itself. Most views that emerged wildly degenerate and masturbatory. Of course, masturbatory. The head psychologist herself was a perverse woman. She spoke of a better future, but your future was that of infinite social replication, colored plastics. I was one of the rare few who recognized divinity emerging from psychic practice, and the prospect of bringing man and God together once more. The pinnacle of Thanthropy, I can't say that word. Theanthropy and geopsychology. Okay. So those are the I don't know. This game is weird, but like, okay, so we live in the like an alternative history where psychic soldiers like a thing, right? And England apparently had like psychic soldiers, and our country, or at least the alliance of countries, started to invest in learning about these psychic soldiers and whatnot. But from that, 3 branches came off. It was like the people who wanted to use it as a military, the people, I guess, who wanted to use it for their own means, But this person, I guess Dr. Glass, wanted to like combine it with God, Like, I don't know, like religion? I'm not sure. It's made, I don't know, it feels made up. Like geopsychology? What? I don't know. What is my mission? Butterfly, colorful butterfly. Come to me here. Look, I have a pretty rose. Just have a whiff. I would come, but I fear that accursed thorn. You'll stab me, you'll impale me, and then farewell, whole world. Do you remember the little song? You learned it in 1st grade. I do remember. And what did you fear, dear Clara? Or what did you feel, dear Clara? It made me feel oddly sad. And why is that? What did it teach you? That our rough edges can kill what we love, even if it was the last thing we meant to. You're a smart and talented girl, Clara. In us, especially you, is a full might of spirit and reason intertwined. You have the ability to sand these edges off. For years I poured my heart, soul, and spirit into the creation of an awakened dreamer such as you. You are far from the first Blythe, but you are the final. The genesis of an awakened dreamer necessitates an unfathomably precise harmony of circumstance. The awakened dreamer must have not suffered as much to become a crude materialist force, but his life must still be constrained by a certain absence. I knew you would have the potential. I was there from the first day, and made sure you would reach it, long before you even heard my voice. My English? Again, English? Or is it English or English? I don't know, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the English is. But my English comrades, or at least benefactors, had helped us get this far, having destroyed the degenerate social and political project of the present. The cities, rooms, and men you reviled are now no more. We're a blank slate to ourselves as architects. The order of English occultists can be safely discarded now. We're with many incidental overlaps, but their vision of the new world is ultimately crude and barbaric. What am I proposing to you, to me, to us, is the path of now and forever. A world that will be enchanted as it was to our forebears, harmonious with nature, free of ever reoccurring crises, heartless art, and dreamless people. You will need to destroy no detractors, as there will be none to speak of. Every conscious being we part for your choir. Once you rebind man and God, waking life become heaven, and heaven waking life. Okay? This is very, I was gonna say, I compare this to Shin Megami Tensei. This is very Shin Megami Tensei, Shin Megami Tensei in general, I guess, but Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne, at least that's what I played, Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne is the one I played a lot of. Yeah, that's what it reminds me of. What of the lunar people? Of course, Clara, when you were just a little younger, when we met, you had but one dream, to be taken off this world, abducted or not, to a distant place, where you belong if only in your totalized alienation. And a lot fed into this. What you chose to read and watch, your fascination with the unreachable past and impossible future, but the only thought that ever brought you hope was that of something so different as to be utterly revolting to you, all but you. You were chosen for this characteristic, in all its latent Gnostic potential. What you failed to consider was that this great mystery was already born on the Earth. Yes, I did not lie to you. The lunar people are no cover. You're but one of many who possess a celestial national character. There's little consciousness of it. You can see it reflected at every corner, from the crescent on your flag to the ancient cults of Valeria. There indeed exists a tendency to celestial ascent. You want to hurl. Nothing feels remotely right. And that's where our paths merge. You would dream your great dream, the dream that can reignite and redraw reality. I will bring about the celestial empire on this ground you detest. What? It's too many things. Anyway, what now? All I wish for were dreams. More dreams, big dreams, selfish dreams, pointless dreams. Dreams of wholly impossible and unreal and unlovable things. Unburdened by reality, abnormal, full of... You reflexively gasp rare, though your body no longer needs to. All I see is that you'll have me crucified for my selfish hopes. I thought you were an alien or some otherworldly presence. Something really different. Turn by chipping away the cruel woodwork of reality. That's really what I thought you were. But that was nothing but my own projection. And you are nothing but a duplicitous monster. You are wasting your potential, my Blythe. The apple of my eye. I'll not let you do that to yourself. You'll now witness the beautiful being you could be, free of infestation. I will save the game, I guess. Alright, time to fight. Time to fight. A biblically accurate angel, I guess. Also, Clara's still dead, by the way. Like, this is not... I have to reload probably, but like, Clara does not have health, and there's no way to revive her, so I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Anyway, I guess we'll just try again. I don't know. Oh, we lose. Clara's party was defeated, and we're dead. Alright. Let's go to the left. Let's go to the left. See what we can discover. If there's anything. Because to be honest, right now, Clara is like dead. And I don't know how to revive her. So maybe we can find something in here. This ordinator's still on. Okay. Local parallel net. The logs automatically clear every 20 hours. There's only a few messages to go through. Okay. Testing head Lambert. You've not been in your station for days. Is all in order? No response. Psi Acoustics head Solak. Man, you okay? My man, I'm so glad you messaged me. Actually, I was just in the shit. I'm on the big paroler up in Block 7. It's getting pummeled up by some incredibly high frequency signals. Coming from England, of course. Trying to make our network unusable, and yeah, I can't call anyone outside this base. You know anything that could help? Try shutting out from the from external connections for just a bit. We'll get tomorrow's threat resolution system ready. Nice. Where are they anyway? Probably wander off to the first lock again. We'll fix him eventually, so can't over the one stabbing his eyes out. Anyway, this whole attack, why now? The English, or Englix, or whatever they want to be called now, they change it every few months. Okay, I was wondering about that. Have been claiming the Third Revolutionary War is about to start, though I see nothing revolutionary about this one to be real, except maybe technologically. Several of their research groups have undoubtedly made great leaps in the perspective of warfare, yes. I don't know if that qualifies as revolutionary, but we can chat some other time. Just get the girls up here. Alright. Okay. Some messages between people. Documents. Pics! Mostly family photos. One sticks out though. It's labeled itocommittee.ima. These are the head researchers you've seen mentioned before. Okay. Head researchers. Dr. Kozamaru, Dr. Lambert, Dr. Solak, Dr. Bonville, yeah, we saw him before, and Dr. Lunkar. Wait, who's the one on the very right, though? Was it mentioned? Book.table is a spreadsheet of supply deliveries. Yeah, the screen goes black for a moment and the presentation starts up. It's a simple slideshow created to Dr. Bonville. It's a PowerPoint, I guess. Prior English research groups Warlock, Druid, and Hactus made strides in their respective projects. We've seen this demonstrated by the semblance of remote attacks conducted on a military and civilian infrastructure prior to the deployment of specialized countermeasures. None of these projects have been colossal as Abaddon, into which most of our effort has been pouring this year, judging from tens of thousands of decrypted data intercepts. The issue is as follows. We've gathered and are comprehensively tracking data on the project itself, yet the nature of transmissions available to us, along the secretive, even occult nature of the English research group, has been impossible to even haphazard against the true nature of Abaddon. A director's note. The relation between recent political developments and the sharp increase in images of Abaddon in intercept chatter is alarming. Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna edit this, but I'll show most of this after losing that boss fight, basically. But yeah, because it was mentioned in that scene, The English. As it turns out, the English is a word. It's not a typo or anything. But yeah, the English group from England, I guess. They're like a military force, I'm assuming, or like, a rival nation. And they're like, setting up some kind of project as well with their psychic soldiers. The idea. Okay. General. Okay, there's gonna be a lot of just exposition, I guess. General psychologist Kozamara. There's nothing you can do if you don't cooperate. This is urgent. Don't ignore this. This is urgent. You fuck your mother's what? Already. Meta, please, I can't take this anymore. Please answer. I'm still here. We took the necessary precautions, Anna. Stop pinning your responsibility on me. Fuck off. You sound like a child. See what you have enabled? Allowed? I don't see a point in continuing. Enabled what? You've let them use. How many? It was all because, please. For, I don't even know what end were you sending them to war? With who? Think of what we wanted. I wanted not to just heal people, but make a lasting, broken record. Dr. Glass took all the precautions. Fuck off. I'm pulling the plug now. Don't dare tell that whore. Okay. It's funny. Kozamara was that, that cartoon character that was in the beginning of the facility and everything. She's like, hello, everybody. It's like, this is the future of humanity. And the way she actually speaks, it's like, it's like she's on a 4chan board, anyway. Testing head Lambert. You have results from the new expeditions, no? Anna's been bothering me since she found out. The whole freakout last shift. No response. No. Yeah. It's no response. People just left, just ghosted. Junior assistant Bolden. And you don't think that's worthy of attention? I don't get your point. Zora was the de facto leader of this clique of children they had holed up in Zirin for ages. Remember that after the war, the forces underwent eliminations and they were taken off the street? Glass was personally responsible for them. I could tell. Clearly, tell her choice to make him captain, all the telekinesis training notwithstanding, was influenced by some personal meddling. Are you accusing Dr. Glass of nepotism when Unit B is as clean as a tear? Or is it tear? Tear. I'm not. I repeat, not accusing her, but it's something to think about. Okay. So there was some kind of like personal motivation to get Zoran, on the team. I don't know. Memorandum.text. Dear Glass, I must apologize if I've ever doubted your prescience, for I see now that the political centers of the world have come into the final stage of the struggle, and the conditions are now ripe for the final reckoning of the kind that has not been seen since the First Revolutionary War. In this event, we will have to purge problematic elements within this organization and move toward a pure investigation of next steps of our societal restoration, to which I propose chiefly shaking off what influence Obrana and the Tabriz Circle has among the head researchers. I know my words are of little meaning and value. You have most likely come to the same conclusions yourself, but I feel the need to reaffirm my commitment to the project. Your Medaha. Okay. Who said? Text. This file contains submissions to Obzor, Danica Alashka, and Liss, as well as some local lucifers that you haven't heard of. The screens are in headache-inducing prose with little punctuation, and from what you can make out, even less relation to research conducted here. One's complaining about the immoral conduct and sexual perversion of a National Radio Club. I fear really be a part of polemics of other readers. Those directed at the major national papers are tamer, limited to criticism of local officials and public transport infrastructure. There's a lot of interest in here. Okay, those are just the ramblings of a madman. Radio Station 29? Transcript. This map you've given me is horrible. You tell me to reimagine the past, but I'm trapped in it. The borders cut into my skin like barbed wire, with every metropolis heated, searing in. It hurts so much. No matter in which directions the wire turns, the result hurts the same. I can't change anything that means something, Dr. Glass. I can't change anything that means something, Doctor. But what if we made the world a dollhouse for you? It'll be a playful eternity. Each individual you'll arrange to have faith and joy once again. Okay, this is a lot. Okay. I mean, generally, this is the communications between the researchers, basically, right? Run out battery. Clock was sent to count down estimated time to activation to Abaddon. Okay. Oh, that's the clock that we saw before, so that's why it was counting down to Abaddon, right? The project that apparently the English was preparing. Anyway, yeah, it's hard to keep track though of like whose computer, who's talking to who. Anyway. There's there's these computers, or these ordinators rather. Every 20 hours, testing head Lambert. Mark, I don't mean to sound unprofessional, but I desperately need copies of Anna's reports. It's an emergency. If you're still on board the Institute, please deliver them as soon as possible. I also appreciate clarification on the purpose of Unit Zora. Beyond what was previously stated as energetics. Respectfully, your Ivan. Okay. That's it. Documents. Kozumaru Thermo? It's a brief text file written by Kozumara, with a draft of paper attached. I and my colleagues all along suspected it. I am thrilled to announce that the day the confirmation Research Team K came in. Man's conscience has broken the barriers of thermodynamics. The energy output possible through psi is greater than the input needed to sustain its usage, and the differential exponentially grows with training. It appears the mechanism behind psi itself involves a kind of chronospatial displacement of matter, and energy that can be theoretically infinitely repeated along the chronological axis. Who could have even considered that exertion of the mind alone could be what powers humanity for, well, perhaps forever? I can't say a more efficient way of attaining infinite energy would ever be possible. Can you imagine? A society built on an infinite well of energy, waking life would become heaven, and heaven, waking life. Interesting. That's the same words that Dr. Glass used, you know? I don't know. I'm just checking if I can go, because there's other coordinators that are facing the other side. Oh, what's this? One document sticks out of these stacks. It's a very worn piece of paper, scribbled and marked over many times. Okay. Strangely enough, even parts of it in Illyrian are in Latin script. It's been very long since you've seen it outside of French class. This form, I never saw it. I swear, but I know it's recording. A test we had to do when we were inducted here. Its purpose was to measure the overall potential of these categorical psychic symptoms. I believe this is a newer edition, what was printed more recently, as I don't recall Nos being a recognized category when I entered service. This testing was conducted how? They asked questions. Questions about yourself. No, it was, I still don't get it. You remember your test, Orin? Which of these shapes make you feel sad? Which of these colors make you feel ill? Which path through the maze is the most wrong one? It's strange. I could almost see how they could actually put psychic abilities to the test. Maybe they could have asked us to read cards in another room or list something of our thoughts. Yes, this feels like a pseudo-scientific quiz. Suwa? Anyway, I think the real intent was to record our immediate, intuitive reactions. None of these abilities actually manifested at the time, but they were trying to forecast the likelihood of them through this. Cattle prodding. Alright. So that's, they're experimenting on them and whatnot. Dr. Glass. The proceedings are complete. Units A, B, K, and D, and as of 5 minutes ago, H and Zora on the loose. I'm unable to contact my group. I foresaw so. Do not worry. Blythe is the only one we need for the next stage. Yes, Dr. Glass. Please keep me updated. You can let go of the Parola now. We will no longer need it for liaison. Okay. A bunch of stuff here. The anthropic progress. Geopsychology is a field of research still emerging from conception. Once it leaves the womb of this facility, it will be the single greatest shift in civilizational development. One could compare it to the first contact with alien life, but even that is a simplified cover. Geopsychology represents first contact with the inner noosphere, binding our minds and fates to the land and God. Geopsychology engages the underlooked psychic gnosis. Initially seen as only a maladaptive indicator or symptom of strong psi, it seeks to maximize gnostic effects through subsuming the subject of research into a form of living that's finely tuned between deprivation and comfort, persistent pressures that thread through their worldview, and intense degree of psychological stimulation. Once the Gnostics placed in appropriate conditions, the intensity of their psi sparks a unique reaction, and their imaginary begins to bleed into the world. The goal of geopsychology is unraveling these streams, enough to reshape the essence of the Earth and bring out its ideal form. A civilization I compare to the Celestial Empire. So far, many of subjects has gone through partial gnosis, each culminating in their self-annihilation. But significantly rewritten the past of our world, hundreds of lives, a painful loss of countless daughters. Okay, alright. I assume this is, I don't know. This is like glasses? X-Files document? I didn't understand who the ordinators, belong to, but I guess this... I'm not sure. Anyway, passcodes. Alright. This seems important, like maybe I should use this? Should write this down. Unit Zora Telecoms. Wrote it all down. Alright. Whatever those mean. I might be related to, I don't know. There's only been 2 spots. The telephone and the... I don't know. And that, like, panel. I'm not sure if those numbers would fit. Pompadour, by the way? Frog leg salad pompadour. Ingredients: 400 grams of frog legs, 200 grams of flour, salt, cayenne pepper, butter, white wine, chicken stock, heavy cream, and a handful of chopped parsley. Okay, and this is just direct. This is just a recipe. Okay, add wine. Okay, stir in cream and parsley, and serve sauce over frog legs. Wow. Okay, evidence. Flowers weave and intertwine like endless hands over moss. One day you'll see the fruits of life perched from the stalks in the darkened vine. But flowers too, as all leaves die, where fingers meet your and mine. I still hope without a right, I hope our fate is still bound to cross. Sent from Parlor. Anna K to Parlor PhD Psych G1 or GI as at 9:04 hours, Messidor 12174. Not a poem. Evidence, I guess? It's evidence, though. Anyway, I guess we saw the computers, or ordinators, rather. No way to heal, by the way. I'm still kind of soft-locked, to be honest, because Clara has no health, and I can't heal her. There's no way to heal her, it seems like. As far as I know. Hello? Developer? Help me? How do I... Where's the Phoenix Downs? Where can I rest at an inn or whatever, you know? Alright, let's try this again. Clara this time was alive. Everyone has full health. Because I went back to the Zoran fight and made sure no one, fainted at that fight. I feel like that was a weird game design decision, to be honest. I think in the other fights, if you win, people get revived, back to normal. But in that fight, for some reason, because you recruit them and everything, and you don't level up, I think, like, people who died in that battle stay dead, which kind of soft locks you, because it makes this fight really hard, especially if you lose more than one person, I feel like. I don't know. Anyway, but let's try this again. This time, I don't know. We basically just gotta survive, we just need a stall, really. I do wonder, what happens if we, transform, if we use, Mothclaw, Exoskeleton, and Frail Wings? I don't know what Frail Wings does, to be honest. I'm gonna use it. Let's use this, just because. I don't know if it does anything. Of course, the first move, I think, is, doesn't do much. It's funny, Zoran, we don't even get to use Zoran's moves all that much, either. He has the stabbing moves or whatever, but we never actually fight anyone before the boss, and by the time I fight the boss, those moves are irrelevant. Critical hit! 33 damage, but I think the boss just heals, all their health anyway. Skeleton, because why not? Let's use that. Stab. They give us the nausea status effect, though, which sucks. I mean, I already used up all my money, to buy healing potions and whatnot. I don't know. Even though there's items to heal nausea, I don't think it's worth it. Your grip will overgrip in ways you can only jump, though. And this isn't gonna work. Licha, Zoran, get information. Clara, keep stalling. Yes, ma'am. Tamara, keep me in line. Or keep me on the line. Initialization. This link is online. Structural cohesion active. Stage initialization. Program mission at 0%. Alright, so this is the part of the battle where I guess we need to, do the thing. We need to do the thing, the power up the special attack, I guess. I don't know, let's use Decimal Greatness. Why not? Can't really do much, so just guard. Alright, so they can use Particle Addition. All limbs limp, head toward the stars. And then Zoran will use Telekinetic Taurus. Lay the invisible foundations for a star. 10%. The boss can do damage to us, which sucks. Structural cohesion active, container fabricated. Arousing speech. Okay, I also like to use Sincere Will, I think. Sincere Will, I think, heals everybody just a little bit. At least it's something, you know? I don't know, might as well keep using that, why not? Sure, might as well use that. Particle Addition. And then PK Solenoid. Raffle magnetism that heats the core. So we're making like a star, basically. Seems like. And they heal up, by the way. So they have 1,999 health. Or fabricated, cohesion active. I feel like Vetulicolia might need some extra health if possible. Sure, why not? Here, I have one healing item, or two rather. Up there. Clairvoyance. Keep using that just in case, I don't know if that helps or not. Particle Addition, and Applied Telemagnetics. Begin to power up the solenoid. I'm assuming we need 100% particle emission, and also activate all the stages from Zija, because it was mentioned before these guys, you know, they're used specifically for making some sort of weapon, right? So we're using that weapon against the final boss, I'm assuming. Sure, why not? Grow some moth claws. No, maybe actually we shouldn't do that, actually. Why not wait for Sincere Will to heal up some more. Guard. Test for Greatness. Why not? Heal up Psi. I don't know how much that helps. 10% is very little. Fusion Ignition initiates the star's life cycle. Ignition initiated. Yeah. You know, there's a lot of moves that increase max vitality, but I don't know how much that helped, you know? How much does that help? Does it stack, I guess? That's the idea. I don't know. It's like you keep using it, is the idea, maybe? Anyway, Sincere Will. So we heal up. You stay strong. Busting mechanism. I don't know how much does it stack, I wonder? It looks like it does stack, actually. You see the here? Little status icon? You see like 2 dots? Sometimes like 1 dot and 2 dots, but maybe it does stack. Maybe you gotta keep using it. I don't know. Guard. Timbertake Memorial, Deconstruct Lost Hope, or Dawn of Dawns. It was not meant to be used this way, but what other options do we have now? See, I'm not sure which one I should be using. Should I use this or should I use that? You know, that's what this is cryptic options here. What happens if I use this? I'm curious. I feel like it says here you're not supposed to do this, but what if I did? You know? %, reveals a newborn star. Insufficient plasma for ejection. Ah, okay. So it didn't work. It just didn't work. I guess we used it too early. That's the idea. So we gotta maybe restart and do it again. Which is not great, but we just have to do it. Guard. Heal up our Psi. Particle Addition. Telekinesis. Okay, no, we don't have to start from the very beginning. Let's use Timbertake Memorial. Deconstruct Lost Hopes. I don't know if that even works. I don't know. Max Vitality went back to normal. Sincere Will. Destined for Greatness again. keep using Terminic Memorial? Maybe? I don't know. Not sure. We already used it once, but I guess maybe Pargo mission needs to be 100% before we can actually use it. You're stacking those buffs, even though I don't know how much it helps. Oh. Ow. Owie. That's not good. I guess we use Revolting Thought to heal up. I want to heal Vetulicolia, but Zoran also has low health too. I guess we don't really need Vetulicolia, do we? Maybe we do, I'm not sure. I only have one of these left, is the thing. I don't know. I'm gonna hope for the best. Oh, actually, no. Vetulicolia. Okay, I feel like we need Zoran to be alive. You know, I feel like he's very important to the plan. So I'm gonna have to sacrifice Vetulicolia. You know, I don't know. I don't know what's the right thing to do. Like addition. Let's keep using that. I can't. No more healing. Sucks. No, just use that again. Why not? Seems like Deconstructing Lost Hope doesn't do anything yet. So I guess we just simply have to have particle emission to 100%, I guess. Yeah, keep doing that and not kill me, please. I don't know. Sincere Will. Vetulicolia has the guard, but I don't know, she's gonna die anyway, I feel like. We just have to wait, I guess, keep doing that. Okay. 100%. Hopeful Thought. 1 HP. Great. That's very little. It doesn't help us at all. You know, does Creepy Despair work? I'm gonna try that anyway, just to see. Card. Arco Edition. Dawn of Dawns? Maybe now use it? I'm not sure. Because 100%, oh, Vetulicolia's dead. Ejection starting. Take cover. Your wings almost flutter up at the sight. The brightest light of all, calling. I want to leave with it. There are no answers left for me. I failed. There's no such thing as beginning and end anyway. I'll start again. Hopefully as a truly different creature, with purpose and direction. 2 hands grab you, stronger than they ever have. The tablecloth is pulled again. The bottles fall over again, but there's not a sound. Clara, shut up. Stay with us. Who else am I gonna force to play Kriegspiel with me? Kriegspiel? Some kind of board game, I feel like. Or tabletop game? Anyway, there you go. Upon you shone a light so bright as to make heaven cry. The light of the sun and the light of her smile. Yes! Yes! And then I had to stop and think. Abaddon is still an open case. The world is beginning to be consumed by unknowable forces unleashed. Is this surge of warmth you feel the last before the long dark? Help me get Zija upright, will you? It's gonna be a long struggle from here on. Nothing you can really do anymore, no? I take it you have no recollection of events preceding every injunction we made. Changing the past again will do us no good. You must reimagine the world yourself. All I ever wanted was to step into a new age, an age free of the burden, of the infinite colossal past. All I ever wanted to be was the same but different. Let's start again then. Look at your claws and chitin. and breathe in the wind of different. As their grin cools, the natural sun rises over your garden too. Alright, there you go. I actually had to re-record this part, actually. This part is actually post-recorded, because the original version of the game, for some reason, did not play the epilogue, you know, little cutscenes you see there. Anyway. Yeah, take that. Oh, blood vial. Okay, that's what it... The blood of one may bring back a... Is that what the syringe does? I didn't even know what... That was not explained at all. So that's what it is. So you use the syringe on somebody, and then you can use the blood vial to bring somebody back. Okay, now I get it. So that's how you get the revival items. You have to use a syringe on somebody. Oh, that wasn't clear to me at all. But to be fair, like, you know, hindsight is 2020. I get it now. That's why they mentioned I'm gonna say it, phlebotomist, whatever, phlebotomist is a person responsible for drawing blood from patients in lab tests, right? And transfusions and donations. So that's what it means.
Phlebotomist.
Phlebotomist. Phlebotomist.
Phlebotomist.
Phlebotomist. I want to say phlebotomist. I can't say the original word I wanted to say. Philadelphia? Philadelphia. I wanted to say Philadelphia botanist or something. I don't know, because of the way it starts. But anyway, so that's what the syringe does. It takes blood out of one of your characters, gives you a blood vial that you can use to revive one of your party members, and that's what it does. It was not explained at all. I guess you just need to, like, explore, you know, you just need to experiment, you know. It seemed to only do damage to my character, so I just never used it. I don't know what it was even. All right, but that's what I mean. That's one mystery solved, I guess, sort of, but you know, it doesn't really help me that much. Is it like the solar system? Is this like a puzzle involving the solar system, maybe? That's what I'm guessing. This is like, I don't know, this is very, again, cryptic, just like the game. But maybe it's like Pluto, by the way, is not a planet. I grew up my childhood, you know, Pluto was a planet, but now it isn't. Anyway. So like, maybe the idea is to put the numbers in the order that the planet is supposed to be as the number, but like in this order, I guess. So Neptune, for example, would be the last one, so it'll be 8, I guess? Or around 7. Or 8 or 7? And that was M and M. I'm not sure which is which, though. So, I don't know. I'll try both, I guess. 1 and let's say 4. Oh, okay. Alright, there you go. Okay, so yeah, I didn't realize this was... Okay, it was kind of like a classic puzzle, really. I don't know. I just didn't think of it, but like, yeah. So it really was just like a self-contained puzzle involving the solar system based on the order of the planets. But yeah, data terminal initiated. Okay. Warning. System is running on hydrothermal backup. Assign Chandler to a fusion core immediately. There will be great blaring of horns brought beyond the horizon. Birds flee in every direction, and all beasts hide in burrows. A light burns into your retina, giving way to the sensation of a passing flash. But even as your eyes adjust, it lingers on like the Almighty brought a new life upon the world and about to rip open its stitches. The air around your body shifts as you are thrown to a river, and with a loud pop, cold blood trickles out of your ears. Reflexively, you fall to the ground in agony. You don't even notice the windows shatter. This terminal was scrubbed by yours truly. Thank you for hearing me out. Okay. Is that just a small little Easter egg? And what if I say 4-1 instead? Oh, okay. It works either way, actually. Yeah, it's funny. The code, you know, 4114. Oh, this is different. There are no words in any language strong enough to express how much I hate you all. Lambert, you disgusting fucking rat. You're such a polite young man. You couldn't help but turn a blind eye to every heinous crime committed before you. Bonneville and Longcar, you kept macking on each other while we rot in hell, you two hollow wretches. I don't need to say anything about the illiterate little nepotists. We had one hope to be stronger, to have what we want, to be human on a living earth, and you squandered it all. I had one chance. This was my one chance, you shits. Why? Because Kozumara was head over heels for that fucking demon? She brought me on board too. Kozumara has such a potent vision, so committed she let it all crash and burn just to get a drop of attention from Miss Moloch over here. Little Dr. Litton Orman. Now you see. Please. There'd be a great blaying of horns brought beyond the horizon. Birds flee in every direction, and all beasts hide in burrows. A light burns in your retina, giving way to the sensation of a passing flash. Stop, please stop. But even as your eyes adjust, it lingers on like the Almighty brought up a new life upon the world and is about to rip open its stitches. The air around your body shifts as you are thrown into a river. Stop reading, please. Please, Clara, please turn it off, please. A loud pop. Cold blood trickles out your ears. Reflexively, you fall to the ground in agony. You don't even notice the windows shatter. This terminal was scrubbed by yours truly. Now we die, and our souls will be tarred forever. Goodbye. Okay. That was a slightly different dialogue, I feel like. Interesting. Well, doesn't really reveal that much, though. I guess somebody just ranting about, again, the researchers, like, they're bickering, and like fighting over the projects and having their own goals and whatnot, and reveals more of that. A little like cryptic, ominous message at the end as well. Ziju, seemed very, or Ziju or Zija? Oh, Zija took damage, I guess. That's funny. I think. Assuming that's what happened. Yeah, he took damage. He's terrified now because of that. Anyway, there's an interesting little effect there. Alright, so I went back to the beginning of the game and booted up the little mini game that you could play once again. As you may remember, there is a code you can put in here. I did figure out this code. I basically cheated though, because I was snooping around in the game files and I was looking at the game script essentially, and figured it out that way. It's like 200308, I believe. I don't know how you would have figured this out normally, to be honest. There is some sort of pattern that I see from the passcodes. The passcodes from the office, in the floor of the final boss. If you put the passcodes, like the first number of each passcode under telecoms, it does also spell out 200308, but again, I don't know how you would figure that out. Anyway, but that's the code. Gates click open, and now we continue through the door in this like static mess. By the way, it's kind of hard to see. It's kind of painful to look at. Can talk to this thing though. Toiling all day in labyrinth, seeking escape. Labyrinthy? I don't know. Or is it labyrinthine? Forgot my master's name. Whatever you say. Alright, I think the path is this way. It's very hard to see anything, really. I guess that's the point, Up to you. No wrong way here, only temporary distractions. Important request for holder of game. Retrieve spider silk from cave south. I see. I guess let's do that. Never mind that jump scare. I think, yeah, this is the only way to go. I actually did this part before, to be honest. So this is not new to me. I was like very thorough, by the way, in trying to find out the game's secrets. There's still stuff I haven't checked out, and I don't know if I'll record it, but there's also telephone numbers that I don't know. I have no idea how you're supposed to figure out the telephone numbers. But anyway, it turns out there's no spider silk here. Well. But these guys are here, the twins? But you were caught in a web, far, far stronger. You came back to settle a score, no? You expected me to give you the secret solution. Blood will not stop trickling until you learn this one lesson. You're starting to remind me of your mother. Is that who you want to be, Clara? Forgive me for being a terrible umpire. Alright, and then we'll thrust into a fight with Hazama. We have telepathy? The same moves that the twins had, I guess. Guard, no items, can't escape. So, what do? We just attack? Well, as it turns out, you do that, and then the fight ends. And as far as I know, there's nothing you can do from here on. You can load a save state, I guess, but it doesn't do anything. You can actually do a little glitch here, where you actually you go back, cancel, and then it just, nothing happens. I don't think that's supposed to happen. But anyway, the boss fight is not a real boss fight, and just ends there. And I did get confirmation from the developer, actually, that's it. Very cryptic. This entire game is super cryptic, by the way, especially near the end. But this little Easter egg, I guess, whatever it means, is, I guess, just like, I don't know, it's just a little secret that shows you that you use some information that you got from the playthrough, from your previous playthrough, and try to do something here, I guess, but that it doesn't work. I don't know what this means at all. Just by looking from the picture, though, it looks like we're in the same room where Dr. Glass was, right? Where we had the final boss and everything. I don't know who this person is. They're like, oh, maybe that's Clara, maybe? Kind of looks like Clara. I don't know. It's hard to see, hard to tell. Without the face. Maybe, I'm not sure. Maybe it's Clara. But, just dead. I don't know, I have no idea. Again, don't know what any of this means, but there you go. That's like a little secret that you can figure out from this game. Alright. Okay, so there you go. That's the game. I try to explore as much as I can. I try to find all the little secrets. I don't think there's an alternate ending or anything like that. I think the ending that we have is the one we got. And but yeah. I mean, I'm trying to wrap my head around the story, and it's kind of hard, to be honest. I think it's partially because of the translation. I do believe the developer initially had this in a different language, and then they translate it into English and everything. So that's why there's some weird, what's the word? Idiosyncrasies? Is that the right word? It's like weird terms for everything. For example, ordinator and computer. I think ordinator is French, actually. I learned that, I did some research, and ordinator is just French for computer, as it turns out. So yeah, it's just like weird terms that we use. I think it's because it has something to do with maybe the French Revolution, or something like that, like an alternate history. And that's why everything is just referred to, to with different words and different terms. And also because it's probably European, it's I don't know, a lot of things that probably fly over my head that maybe just be normal if you're just European, maybe. I don't know. But then again, Europe is a big place. Anyway. But yeah, so it's partially because I'm just dumb, and also I think this world is meant to be a little weird, but especially near the end, it's just very cryptic. So, I mean, I guess it's just to summarize what I understand anyway, is that, this world is like an alternate history. There's and basically very much like the modern world, except there's psychic soldiers, and probably the countries are organized in a slightly different way, I imagine, as well. But basically, yeah, there's psychic soldiers. They're like England in particular, I guess. I am assuming the British Empire is still a thing. Maybe, I'm not sure. They're putting a lot of research investment into psychic powers and whatnot, and the country that we're from is also doing that as well. And they're investing in the psychic soldiers, and trying to fight this war, basically. Very much again like in 1984. There's always a war going on, apparently, in this world. And I guess, from what I remember, there has been some internal conflict with researchers and how best to use these psychic powers, whether to, beef up the military, which is the initial purpose. But then there's other factions that wanted to use it for different things. One wanted to transcend humanity, become God, and the other one wanted to use it for other things, I imagine as well. I think it was, actually I forgot her name, but the other scientist that we saw as a little sprite, and she wanted to use it for something else. But there was a lot of conflict, and I assume the researchers killed them, or killed themselves. Well, more like killed each other rather, and that's kind of what happened in the background. At the same time, I guess Dr. Glass was speaking to to Clara, herself as the guardian angel, to kind of like tempt her or like to like lure her towards the facility, because apparently she's a Blythe or something like that. Apparently there's been other Blythes as well, previous Blythes, previous daughters apparently, who I assume were used as experimental subjects to like really draw their latent psychic powers. I imagine, for example, like chosen ones, I guess, or something like that. They will have like very strong psychic powers, as you notice. When she ever levels up, she got a lot of like different abilities and whatnot. And Dr. Glass was trying to use that, to her own ends, I imagine. So that's how the main characters got tangled in, with all the psychic stuff, basically. And then I'm trying to think. Vyacheslava was just along for the ride, I imagine. Ziva, was it Zija? I keep forgetting the names, but Zija and Zoran, they, I if I remember correctly, they were also like child soldiers basically, and I believe they initially were being used for like a special weapon. Ironically, the special weapon that we did use against the final boss at the end there, and everything. And again, there's a lot of like, I don't know what you call it, but like civil war, in a way, in the research facility, and that's why everything was a mess and disorganized. And I think all the factions within was trying to like kill each other or erase the evidence, stuff like that. That's what I gather anyway. Yeah, but that's all I really understand. I still don't really get like Abaddon. Abaddon was some kind of project, I guess, that the English, I guess, or the English. I think it's both. English, I think, means something else. But anyway, they were using some kind of project as well. They were doing some kind of project themselves, to like utilize the psychic power, apparently, whatever it is. But anyway, that's all I understand from the story. Anyway, the lore of the world. Yeah. Again, a lot of it probably flew over my head, especially near the end, where it's kind of cryptic. There was a lot of exposition near the end, but it still felt like really surreal and hard to grasp, because there's just a lot of concepts which felt like it was all made up, like all these like weird terms I didn't understand what it meant. Like it's a mixture of like real world terms but also fake terms that don't actually exist in real life, but it's real in the game. Anyway, I don't know, maybe someone smarter than me will probably get a better understanding what went on in this game's story. It was just kind of weird to me. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, other than like the mysterious lore, let's see, the music was good, the art is okay. Yeah, I mean, the art, I would say, is all right. I mean, the character art in particular, kind of interesting. I mean, especially the one CG with Clara's like moth form, that was really cool. I like that, very grotesque, and everything, but like what's the word? Interesting, I guess. Very interesting at the same time. I mean, yeah. Trying to think. What else? Oh yeah, the gameplay. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about the gameplay as well. It's okay as well. I think it does remind me of hardcore RPGs. It reminds me of SMT, Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne in a way. Not exactly, of course, because it doesn't have like a devil summoning system or anything. But it reminded me of it in the sense that the RPG battles are very strict. You can't just play around and just press attack. You have to use like certain moves, right? And especially you have to go through the game in a certain way. I think one of the parts that got stuck on was trying to fight a battle that I wasn't supposed to. Too early on, basically, and that's what caused a lot of deaths and game overs. So it's very important that you grasp the mechanics of the RPG system, and then you can actually beat the bosses and whatnot. But it did feel like, yeah, it was hardcore. It was like there's no grinding or anything. There's no XP really. Every fight is kind of like its own little mini boss in a way, right? And I think the hardest part, I think it kind of goes in hand with the story really, is that the mechanics themselves are kind of cryptic, right? You only get little descriptions of the moves themselves and never really any true explanations of what they do, exactly. You just have to experiment and find out, right? In a way, that's kind of cool because, yeah, it does remind me of like old school RPGs, like dungeon crawlers and all that, the really old ones where everything would be kind of obscure, right? And there wouldn't be like a guide to tell you how to do everything. it felt the same way, right? Especially if this game's kind of like, I mean, it just came out, so it's already just like there's not a lot of documentation, what everything does anyway. But also it's an indie game, right? So it's kind of like small as well. So I imagine just in general, it just feels like mysterious in a way. So I do enjoy that, but it can be a little frustrating at times. I think I think this is a little bit later. This is after I recorded initial playthrough. By the way, this is post-recording. If you didn't know, this is me from the future, by the way. I'm re-recording this. But after I beat the game initially, the developer did update the description for the syringe. So that's something that I never knew. That was actually a mechanic, was that if you use a syringe on somebody, they take damage, but they also, or you also get like a blood vial that you can use on other people to revive. So that was the revival item. That's something I got stuck on, actually. I got soft locked, I think, because I didn't know you could revive people. I mean, I guess the developer did update that, so it's not a problem anymore, but definitely not something that was super clear on my end. So yeah, that's I guess the downside, of making everything so mysterious and cryptic. Sometimes you're a little bit too obscure and people get frustrated because of that. I do respect it though, I mean, it reminds me of Dark Souls as well. Try to bring back the whole, again, like the classic style, like, you just try things out, right? Don't be afraid to like fail, don't be afraid to like experiment and see what you can do. Don't be afraid to like lose. But you gotta make sure to save though. I mean, I instinctively, I always make like 100 save files anyway, so that's normal for me, but I imagine I might frustrate someone who doesn't do that, people who expect like auto saves or something. But anyway. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, definitely this game was an experience. I don't know if I don't know if I enjoyed it 100% all the way through necessarily. I don't know if I enjoyed it in the same way I would like, I don't know, like an action movie, I guess. But you know what? It did intrigue me. It did like stoke a sense of curiosity, especially trying to find all those secrets. Though there probably is more. Again, there's probably like some more secrets that I haven't figured out. But I don't know if I'll be the one to discover that. Maybe someone will. But I found the ones that seem most interesting to me anyway. But there you go. Yeah, I mean, I guess that'll be it for Blythe. I don't know how to pronounce it. Is it Blythe? Blythe? No. That'll be it for Blythe. I guess if you're on YouTube, you didn't know, I stream these games live on Twitch, so check me out over there if you're interested. I also have other playthroughs on my channel, so you can look for those if you want. Thanks for watching. Until next time. See you then.